Hi there. Okay, your ex is losing it. I'm hearing that they feel like they're wasting their time, okay? They're wasting their time, they feel stuck, nothing's changing in their life. But what's triggering them is, I feel the season like Christmas, okay? So it's the holiday season. They're wasting their time, they're stuck, they're not happy. But this dusted off card, I'm hearing to tell you that they're dusting off the fact that they're not happy. Okay, so they're forcing smiles, they're faking it, they're pretending they're okay. But the central energy is love on the brain. My lovely, this person's still in love with you. Dreaming, fantasizing, nostalgic. Okay, they're remembering happier days with you is the key to this energy today, and for some reason they're not able to do anything about it, but I don't feel it's the first year. So I feel specifically you've been apart for a while, or maybe you were apart and got back together, but you've definitely been apart before at this time of year, and this year is breaking them. Okay, I feel some massive changes within your connected energy. Whatever the outcome, whatever you choose to do, I feel massive changes. So I'm going to have a look at that. I'm going to dig really deep into what's going on with them, and then I'll have a look at what they'd like to say to you if they could, and then just at the outcome. So I'll give these a shuffle. But I hope you're well, that's the main thing. Thank you for watching, and all your comments, please leave your comments. I do read all of them, and just make sure you're okay. As I always say, that is the main thing, okay? Look after yourself, put yourself first. If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of the video. Links are in the description box, everything's on the website, and check out the free relationship report as well if you want to. Okie dokie. You know, I just saw someone in a room, it's metaphoric, but like, you know, they're clawing at the walls, okay? They're clawing at the walls, they can't get out. They can't get out. But it's the fakeness. They're smiling, they're going with the flow, okay? But I just feel them, they're losing it. Okay, they feel very limited. Anyway, let's get some more cards out. Tiptoeing. Oh. You're going to hear from this person. I knew it. Okay, so this card, right, is all about, I feel they're going to crack, that they're not going to be able to hold it back anymore, that this is just one holiday season too many for them, stuck in the wrong situation, the wrong relationship, the wrong country, wherever they are, whatever the hell they're doing, okay? And they are going to try and sneakily contact you. Now, they're not going to be honest about this, okay? So with this dusty off card and this one, I feel what they're going to do is they're going to try and contact you, but it's going to be very sneaky, okay? They are hoping, and I'm hearing it and it's channeled, so I'm going to say it, they are hoping that you will be willing to sneak around with them. Gosh, because if you do get in touch with each other, or there's some way that you can meet up, other people can't find out. Okay, right, whoa, yeah, they're going to contact you, they are going to contact you. They're bottom of the deck, they're extremely fed up, they're over it, okay, they're just totally over it, they've had enough, they're frustrated, they're feeling so stuck. I'm not always drawn to images, you know, but when I am, there's a clock on here. And I just feel that they feel like time is ticking, and it's another season. It's very much seasonal. Like I say, I do feel that either been apart at Christmas before, even if you got back together this year. I'm not entirely sure, but there's something seasonal here. Massively fed up. I'll get my tarot deck out as well and have a look at what all this is about. The cleanse. They want to get rid of negativity. Okay. Oh, I just feel this is, I do feel this Christmas is going to be interesting. This season, you know, whether, you know, it's not just about the fact it's Christmas, it's a holiday season, isn't it? Whether people, you know, some people don't celebrate Christmas, but it's that fact, it's a holiday season. Okay. This is going to leave you really puzzled, confused and conflicted. Right, the blues. Yeah, they've got demons, mental distress. I think they're very nervous about, I'm going to put that there, I think they're very nervous about getting in touch with you. I really do, but they're going to. Like I say, they're losing it. Why else are they losing it? Can you give me some on this fed up and wasting time, please? Page of Swords. Yeah. They've had it. I think they are surrounded by somebody or a group of people who are quite malicious, quite gossipy, quite bitchy. Okay. And your ex has thought about contacting you for quite a while, okay? But they've been very sceptical about doing it on two levels. A, do you want to speak to them? Simply, you know, as simple as that. But also this energy of having to sneak around to see you and not being caught out by other people. Are they in another relationship? Right, the reason they're fed up as well is because they're in the hangman energy. Okay, that as you go, there's your hangman that's come out. So they are feeling trapped. They are bored. They're hanging around. Nothing much is happening. They are just feeling very limited. Okay, they've got a total lack of direction in their life. They need release from this situation. And I do honestly feel that in their energy, there will be a release, even if you don't want them. Okay, the situation they're in now is just not sustainable. You know, they're wasting their time. They've just very, very uncertain. Why are they uncertain? What is holding them back? Five of Pentacles, finances. That's what I'm going with. You know, they're worried about financial hardships. They're worried about the change. They're worried with the Five of Pentacles, even if you just look at the image. They're worried about being pushed out of a community, a family, people that they are associating with. Okay, they are very worried that they'll be pushed out. They don't want to fall out with people, but I can guarantee you that when they do contact you, what I'm hearing, you won't be walking down the local high street skipping and hopping, holding hands for the world to see. There'll be a really sneaky element to this, okay? And that Five of Pentacles, it's definitely money with the Five of Pentacles, okay? They don't want to be in poverty. They don't want to lose money. They could be worried about losing where they live. Okay, they could be worried about, are they going to be homeless? Are they going to have a home if other people, or it comes to light that they're still madly in love with you? Okay. They do feel the weight of the world is against them. Okay. Now, there could also be an element of them not being able to make a move because there's somebody they're connected into whose health might not be brilliant, okay? But they know if they make a move, the Three of Cups is here in the reverse. That there's a friend group, a connection, it's not going to happen, okay? And there's going to be a lot of bitchiness. There's going to be a lot of bitchiness. Any one more card, top of the deck, please, Spirit. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Yeah, they're going to come in. They're going to make a proposal, okay? They're going to take action. They're going to follow their heart. What's going to happen with this Five of Pentacles, though? What is the actual outcome of them doing this? There's going to be people around them that try and put some restrictions on them, okay? There's going to be people around them who don't want them messaging you and are going to try and stop them coming forward. Eight of Wands in reverse. So the people around them are going to try and stop them. And you know, it's always other people. I know we talk about, and this comes through a lot in the energy readings, because it usually is the case. Okay, not always, but a lot of the time, you know, just as a generality in life, people are always worried about what the people think, how it's going to affect them. Whereas this, I can feel it in my heart. Your ex wants to follow their heart. Okay, they just spend so much time daydreaming about you that they're just completely stuck. Anything else in your ex's environment? And then let's have a look at what they'd like to say. Oh, it's shit. That's what it says. They're just wasting time. You know, when someone just sits and you're just sitting there and you're just going through the motions. You get up, you have your day, you fake a smile or two, you pretend everything's okay, and then you hope and pray that one day it's going to change. That's their energy. Two more cards. They're looking you up. Okay. Ready, steady, go. Yeah, they're this far. They're this far. They're literally on the starting line. Okay. They're just waiting for their moment. So let me just see let me just get this little deck. What would they like to say to you? And then I'm going to go to the best possible outcome at the moment. I feel they'll come in though. I think I'm more interested today is what the outcome, like as a generality, is going to be. Let's have a look. I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I need to tell you the truth. All right? Let me clarify that. You're always on my mind. Yeah, that song. Was it Elvis? You're always on my mind. I just heard it. I didn't treat you well. Yeah, I can hear that song. I actually know who sang that today. That's definitely a 5 out of 10 for me. You're always on my mind. What do they want to tell you? What's the truth? Tarot, this tarot deck. What do they want to tell you? That they're still obsessed with you, that they want to speak to you, that they might not have a lot to bring back, that you might have to start again, that they're willing to put the work in even if they don't come with a lot, whatever that means. But that's what they want to tell you, okay? And they will do, because it's a page, it's a messenger card. And they miss you. They miss you, the Four of Wands. You know, some people call it a twin flame card. I call it a card of somebody wanting to settle down with somebody wanting to build a home, a family, to have that safety and love and comfort that you have if you're in that kind of relationship. Okay? But also, spirits are pecking in my ear. The truth could be about a family or a living situation. There could be some truth that they want to tell you about that. Has it to you looked like it was the best thing sliced bread? If it has, I think you're going to find out that it's all bullshit and everyone's arguing. You know, it's not how it looks. Yeah, and that they're just really, with this Hierophant, they're following the traditions. Everyone's towing the line. You know, nobody is the elephant in the room who's going to speak up, but you know the undercurrents are there. Like, you know, just an example, everyone turns up you know, I don't know, for a meal or something, and yet 3/4 of them don't get on, and there's all this kind of, but nobody says anything. And this is what I feel that energy would dust it off is, that it's all just like kind of glazed over, and they're all just like, oh yeah, nice to see you, oh yeah, blah blah blah. But it's no one is willing to actually voice their beliefs or their opinions. They're just all towing the line. All right. Okay, let me use this tarot deck still. I want the best possible outcome. I know they're coming back in, but what's going to happen? What can we say short term? There's going to be heartbreak. Page of Swords. There's going to be heartbreak, and I feel that's because they're not going to be able to be open. You, I feel, quite rightly will want to put your cards on the table, okay? I feel because there's a third party, 3 of Cups, yeah. It's these third parties. That's why your ex is going to sneak around, contact you on the quiet, and isn't going to want to bring this relationship or the fact they're still in love with you. So I've got to be honest and say it, the card's there. So there will be problems, okay? Yeah, and justice. So there could be some legal issues as well connected into this possible conversation you're going to have. You know, legal issues maybe with the 5 of Pentacles, the financial hardship card, but there are going to, somebody is not going to be happy when your ex reconnects with you, okay? Yeah, but they're going to. But it's going to be really sneaky, okay? If they're in a third party relationship that you know of, then that is what this is. If it's something else, I'm just going to say it one more time before I shut up. They'll come back in, but you won't be able to announce it. So bear that in mind, okay? I don't honestly see you just being able to ring everyone up and say, yeah, we're back together, or we're giving it another go. There's going to be a real element of sneaking around, trying to avoid some legal issues, trying to protect something with the 5 of Pentacles because they know they're going to lose something. So, but yeah, they'll be back because they're losing it. They're just wasting their time. So I'll leave that one with you. Look after yourself. Remember who you are, though. Okay, you don't have to have this. You know, no, because you've got something new and exciting coming in. Okay, so bear that in mind. This energy isn't open. Their love's there. They love you. They want you, but do you want to be sneaking around is what I'm hearing say to you. So take care anyway. I love you very much. Watch what you're doing, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.